Today I want to share with you guys the best piece of advice I've ever gotten. A lot of people ask me what's the best advice I have for new farmers or starting out entrepreneurs, and for farmers I often say, and the advice I'm going to give is different than this, but I often say start small. You know, that's like my best piece of farming advice. But my best piece of advice that I ever got and has been the most useful to me in my life is show up with value. And what does that mean? That means that everything is worth something, whether you like it or not. There's economics at play in the real world, whether you count that in dollars and cents, Bitcoin, gold, social capital, resources, knowledge, whatever it is, everything has a value. And when you're wanting something out of life, or you're wanting something to achieve something, or something from somebody, if you don't show up with some kind of value to that person, you're just another person asking them for something for nothing. And people that do well, people that are successful, often have a lot of people asking them for things. And it gets to a point where you only have so much time in a day. You only have so much time to help people. And you know, if myself personally, if I could multiply myself and help everybody all the time, answer everybody's questions, answer everybody's emails, I would, but I just don't. So we as a human species have a tendency to favor those that show up with value, meaning that if you want something from somebody, you show up with something. And that could be anything, because a lot of us don't even know what our value is. Like, I didn't really know what my value as a person was until I really started to think about this. And when I started out my farm, I asked a lot from some people. I really did. And I was fortunate then that I was asking people that weren't guys like, say, Joel Salatin. Because you can't go to Joel Salatin and say, hey Joel, can I have an hour of your time? It doesn't really work like that. Joel's got hundreds of people that are asking him that all the time. But if you find the person that is maybe not the Joel Salatin, but somebody who's like that, who's doing something similar, and you go to them and offer your time, perhaps you come and volunteer on the farm with them, or you take them out for dinner or something like that, you show up with some kind of value, some kind of way you can help them, then they're going to be a lot more likely to spend their time with you. And that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it is. I'm sure there's many of us who wish that that's not how the world was, and that people would just be willing to donate their time to everybody for free all the time, but that's just not the way it works. You know, I get emails all the time where people give me a long email that's like 10 paragraphs long, it's their life story, and then somewhere in there there's a question. And it's just not possible for me to answer all those emails. It's impossible. I don't have the time for that in the day, and I wish I did, but I don't. So basically, if you want something from somebody and you want something out of the world, always be willing to show up with something first. You will get so much further. There's so many people today, and I count myself as a person who did this before. I had a friend of mine that really laid it out to me. I did that. I was sort of entitled. Oh, you're too good for me now, or you don't have time for me because you're so and so and so and so. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Show up with value and you'll always get what you want. Hope you guys found that helpful. That was my thought of the day while I'm chilling here in Yalapa. Talk to you later.